trends. The thing that makes the world go around. Everybody lives off of trends. You know, me, you, I know everybody started copying me when I started to like take showers and like wearing deodorant. Those stuff are trends, you know. Give me the credit for that. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time visiting. Make yourself comfy in my humble abode, but not too many of you. I do not have enough space. Today, we will be talking about some trends. So with the release of the Ice Bucket Challenge, I found it that like, I noticed so many trends just come back or they get recycled. But what about those ones that we just have to like leave in the past? And those are the ones that I'm going to focus on today. And before we begin, I just want to issue you guys a gentle reminder. If you guys like the video, then subscribe. If not, then subscribe. You know, it's that easy. But seriously, if not, I really don't care. I'm doing this for fun. Let's start off with our first topic of the video.
Are you into silly bands? Wits End's got them in tons of fun shapes and colors. Collect them, wear them, trade them, get creative. So come see us at Wits End and get silly for silly bands.
I remember when silly bands were like the coolest thing of all time. Like they were popping off. The silly bands made a generational run. I'm talking about LeBron James generational run. You don't even understand the tear that silly bands had. If you collected every single silly band, you were literally like untouchable, like the top tier, S tier. You were him. Having every silly band equaled popularity. It was just a simple math equation. Then they started to get creative. They started to come out with the silly bands that were of, you know, UFOs and aliens. You know, it started to get something crazy. I remember it got so crazy, in fact, that it was even banned from my school. Like, we weren't even allowed to bring none in anymore. And I was thankful because of that. They started getting ruthless with these silly bands. This is why we can't have anything. Instead of wearing them on our wrists, they will like flick them out you. And rubber bands is a top 5 pain. Definitely glad that they banned them, but the run that silly bands had was just great. Do you think we should bring silly bands back? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. Let's start grading some of these trends. I'm gonna give this trend a solid C+. Now I'm putting it here for a reason, because I feel like it was only a trend amongst like children. I don't know if around that time grown adults were going to work with silly bands on, but if you did, you're a loser. Nah, I'm just playing.
Introducing Vandaloom, the fun looming kit that's so easy to use. Just loop together colorful bands and make whatever you choose, like bracelets, necklaces, and rings, plus so much more.
You can get yours at Walmart or visit Vandaloom.com.
So now we have Rainbow Loom. Now this Rainbow Loom was a whole different thing. So there were rubber band bracelets pretty much that people made. Now this was like the first time of people making their business. You know how like when that one girl dips a strawberry in some white chocolate and all of a sudden it's Sweets by Stephanie? You know, it stemmed from this. It stemmed from the Rainbow Loom. These were like a secret operation because these were also banned from school. So essentially it was like drug dealing, but like at a younger age, you know what I mean? you had to sneak off to a corner to slide you one of these bracelets, and they were intricate. You got to place your order. You know, I wanted the blue and black one. You know, and it was great. You paid $1 back in the day. You account that dollar for inflation right now. That's probably like a solid $500 if you're being honest. Sometimes these were also used to be treated like friendship bracelets. You know, so you kind of already knew who you were moving with before you even showed up. You walk through the hallway, you look at somebody's wrist, you know who they're affiliated with. You know, it was an easy way to separate. You know, this was the Bloods and the Crips before they even existed. I actually don't know the history, but don't kill me. I used to literally be so stressed trying to make these. I remember one of my cousins had like a kit, and I was like, man, I gotta try to make one of these. Like, I have to. I don't know what kind of skill you had to possess to make them. I don't even know how to explain. You gotta like crisscross different colors and make sure. I tried to make one. It was too small for my wrist. It was not a fun experience. So I left it to the pros. You know, I just spent my money, and that's how they made that business.
You're about to be mesmerized. It's here. It's wild. It's sweeping the nation. It's Fushigi!
Now, the Fushigi gotta be the biggest scam in history. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. What even was it? You know, who even came? And the sad part is, man, I fell for the trap. I myself had a fushigi. Now I still wish I had it to this day. I don't, you know when like something just disappears from your past and you sit there like, where did it even go? Like I know I didn't throw it in the trash, or I didn't like, did it just disappeared out of nowhere. I don't know who took it, but if you have my fushigi, please return it. I'm gonna put it on a shelf so it could collect dust forever. Either way, when I had the fushigi ball, it was cool, I guess, for like the first 3 seconds, and then I got bored of it. I was originally planning to bring it to school and look cool in front of everybody, and it didn't pan out like that. It literally had no purpose at all. I genuinely don't understand who was in the lab cooking this up. Like, who sat around the table? They probably had to take out a loan for them to scale this business, and they already sat in a bank and told the person giving out that loan, we're gonna make a ball. That's it. Like just a ball. But here's the twist: make it magic. And they called it a fushigi. It was basically like this ball, and I mean, you guys see it. It had like this clear coat, and it made it look like you were defying gravity. And you can try all you wanted to, but you are not gonna look like the commercial at all. I literally don't know how they did it. Now, this next topic doesn't really have a video attached to it, but it was one of the most traumatic experiences if you were born in the earlier 2000s, because you actually remembered what this date was. Does 12/21/2012 mean anything to you? This was the end of the world, according to everybody. A whole movie was made out of it. It was the biggest thing of all. It was the end to the Mayan calendar. Pretty much everybody thought that the end of the world was gonna happen as soon as the Mayan calendar ended, because they thought that they predicted the future. I think I'm alive currently. I'm not too sure, but it's safe to say that they were wrong, at least compared to the movie that they made. Like, I used to be like so sad in the room, like, man, it's 2011 right now. I'm 11 years old, and I'm in that room like bawling out, like, man, like, next, this is my last year, but like I didn't even get to experience anything. Like, I didn't even get to try cocaine. But at that time, I knew even if I survived 2012, I still cried at the fact that my teacher told me that in a billion years, the sun was gonna explode. I totally forgot that I was giving rankings to all of my trends because, you know, I have an Instagram Reels memory, so I'm genuinely cooked. I'm gonna give the rainbow looms a solid B. I'm gonna give the fushigi a solid F. I'm gonna give the end of the world a solid A+, because they had us all fooled. The next trend that I'm gonna discuss is planking. F. Then we had the 10 toes challenge. Now, if you don't know about the 10 toes challenge, it's basically this beat that was like super popular, and it was like the most painful sorrow beat. And when somebody went through something like even slightly inconvenient, they made a whole rap song to this beat, and they used to go viral. I mean, they used to take off, every single one of them. Like, you had to put yourself in black and white. You had to put like a little like tears, like a filter of tears, and had to be really down. Any slight inconvenience. I feel like you guys aren't really grasping the gravity of the 10 toes challenge. So I've decided that I'm gonna show some examples of what the slight inconveniences could have been. Yo, he's won. He's won. I promise he's won. Oh, dang. What's up, Dad? What's up? What's up? Son, you're 36 and you still live in this house without a job. I need you to go out and get a job. Like, right now. You're 36. You have 4 kids. They need you. They need you. You know I've been applying to jobs. They say applying to jobs is like a full-time job. You know what? Until you get your act together, that PlayStation is coming with me. Let's go. Dad, pack it up. Please don't. Pack it up. Let's go.
Damn,
ladies. I know.
Look at
I
you.
know.
Oh, ooh.
God, everybody is up.
Oh, no. Put them down.
You don't wear no
Stinky
deodorant.
butt. Stinky.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
You
no. You gotta
I
go.
have
No.
Look.
No. Ooh. Wow. What a beautiful day outside. Wait. Is that wind? No.
I'm gonna give the 10 toes challenge an A. It had me feeling pain that I didn't even experience. Okay, the last trend that I'm gonna discuss is being emo. Now I know this isn't like a past trend, but I know it's still kind of current, but it's died off. It's kind of in a different way now. Eyeliner. I'm talking about like bangs. I'm talking the little spiky bracelet. You know what I'm talking about? Because tonight would be the night that I would fall for you. The chains on the wallet. I actually used to have chains on my wallet, and I used to think I was the coolest person on the world. I wasn't really emo, but I stole their swag. To this day, I really don't have swag, and my wardrobe consists of sweatpants and hoodies, and yeah. No, I think this might have been the strongest of the trends for it to have survived, you know, this long. They turned this trend into stores. So now you have Hot Topic. Now you have Zoomies. Now you have Spencer's. These are all emo stores. I don't know about Zoomies too much. I don't really go in, but it looks emo from the outside. Thank you to the 6 of you who've watched my video. I really appreciate you guys. If you want to see more, don't let me know. I'm just gonna come out with videos as I come out with them, so cross your fingers. I'll see you guys in the next one. Or not.